Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is your first time here. Today's going to be a flip through and a review of one of the many decks that I have. This is going to be the Kawaii Tarot, which is an absolutely adorable deck that I can't get enough of. It's created by Lulu Mayo, and the contents of it is like pretty standard. I mean, it comes with like this dirty cardboard like hinged box, and it comes with a guidebook, obviously. So I'm going to read to you what it says in the back. It says, "Embark on a journey of self-discovery with the wonderful world of Kawaii. Lovers of all things Kawaii, rejoice. Kawaii Tarot is here. The cute and cuddly creatures of this kit will introduce you to the major and minor arcana and common card spreads, while helping you discover how to develop your intuition and interpret the cards' messages and connect with your inner guidance system." So it's a pretty basic kit. I mean, they call it a kit, but it's, a guidebook, which is pretty small. I mean, it's not the biggest one I've ever seen. It is color printed, so that's nice. But it's very, very minimal with the descriptions of each card. It's like 1 or 2 sentences, which isn't very in-depth. I mean, I would not imagine a cute deck like this to be in-depth. I believe that there is a separate guidebook that you can buy with more meanings, but if this is like, this is good for a beginner. I mean, I can imagine someone buying a cute deck like this, not trying to go like really, really deep into, the meanings of things, because it's just a feel-good deck, so it's very difficult for it's a very specific deck in the sense of like, if you have a very serious reading, you might not want to use this deck because it's overly cute, and there's nothing wrong with it, but it's very niche, as they say. It's very specific, so because of that, it's kind of hard for an everyday deck, I believe. It's not as versatile because it's geared towards, obviously really, really saturated, cute, colorful, happy things. So it's good for, a reading when you need a pick-me-up, when you need something that's just feel good, right? So let's see what else it has before I go through the flip through. It has like a few instructions of, how to read it, how to take care of your cards, a little bit of history of tarot. So it's good for a beginner, I believe. Sometimes beginner decks have much more descriptions on the card themselves. I think like that would be a great beginner deck, but this one's just fun. So I'm gonna flip through all of them so you get a feel of what the deck is like. But yeah, super cute. We got the little mice heart at work with the 8 of coins. So yeah, it's pretty specific, as I've mentioned before. Depending on the context of the question, it may or may not be appropriate for, using a deck like this, which is absolutely fine. But, if you're looking for something more versatile because you don't want to collect like, a bunch of decks, this might not be the best fit for you. But if you're into collecting different decks and different vibes, different feels, then this is perfect. Obviously, if you like cute things, amazing. If you don't, not so much. But I do like it. It's been in my collection a few months, maybe a year now, and I've only pulled it out a few times for personal readings or client readings. Like, I don't think I've actually ever pulled it out for a client's reading, to be honest, because I like to give the client respect, and I think something like this may be overly simplified for them, but I believe that, if they need a pick-me-up, or they're feeling good anyway and they want a bit of positivity, like, I know that this deck will be perfect in the right moment for the right person, but it's definitely not for everybody. So we have the death card here. Check this out. I mean, it has a woolly mammoth and it's gone extinct. So it's just like a really cute way to depict death. Like, I wouldn't necessarily depict it that way, but I do love how cute it is. It reminds me of just like going into a Sanrio store or a candy shop and then just looking at the packaging of everything and saying, I need it. Like, it's adorable, you know? It's absolutely adorable. Yeah, so if you're a collector of cute things, this might be a necessity in your collection. I mean, the good thing is that they go really deep. They don't just have like really simplified illustrations here, right? They go in with, you know, what the card traditionally represents, which is admirable because it takes a long time to illustrate every single card, right? Like, I try to attempt my own deck. It was an Oracle deck at one point, and it took about a year to get all the illustrations ready, which was a big undertaking. So I have a lot of respect for people who really try to go, you know, go intricate with each. I could tell that they've studied what the deck, you know, represents, what the meanings are. This isn't just some money grab of, oh, let's just put cute things on there and, you know, hopefully people will buy it. Like, it's not just one of those decks that didn't have a lot of time and energy and thought put into it, you know. This is definitely, it took a lot of time, you know. And it reflects. One of the things that I don't like about decks, especially if they're like pop culture, is they call them pip decks, but for the, you know, they go all out for the major arcana. And then when it comes to the minor, like the suits, like the swords or the pentacles, wands, it's like, for the example, the Ace of Swords, it's just one sword. And then for, you know, the Two of Swords, it's just two swords. It's like so basic, and it's painful, because what I like about, you know, decks in general and collecting them is that, you know, you have the artist's interpretation of what everything is. Like, you know, for the Seven of Swords, you see this, whatever this cute little guy is, he's stealing, I guess, donuts and pastries in this in this illustration, and it, you know, it has like a little cheeky vibe to it. It's cute, it's naughty, but you know, if this whole presentation wasn't there, it would just be seven swords, like not much to interpret, right? So like, I really don't like it when like people who have never made a deck get on board and they're like, oh, let me make a deck just because it's, you know, like, what is it, Stranger Things or Lord of the Rings. Like, people take advantage of that, and they'll like just present the, you know, the major arcana as if it's like, oh yeah, we put so much effort into it, when they clearly didn't when you open it. And it's just like, yeah, I think that's why, you know, flip through videos are important, because you don't know what you're getting. Because like, obviously the marketers will put out their best images and give you a small preview, but when it comes down to it, yeah, they're not going to show you all of it. So I think the review videos are really important personally for me, because I don't like getting surprised in that way. But yeah, as you can see, it's very cute, very fun, very lighthearted, very creative. And you know, I believe this person went to art school, because you can't just draw like this overnight. The art illustrations. But yeah, I really do enjoy it. It's not an everyday deck though. I mean, it might be to some, if that's like your whole vibe, like why not, you know, go for it, embrace it. But yeah, it's just not that serious. But yeah, I do enjoy it. The cards they're pretty thick. They remind me of like a business card. I don't personally shuffle my decks, but I know that they are pretty sturdy as far as decks go. And then I'll just do a little preview of, you know, just a 3-card pool, or however many cards pull out, of what are my final thoughts on this deck, okay? we go. So let's see what came out. 8 of Wands, 9 of Coins, Temperance, and Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so as far as this deck goes, there's not a whole lot to talk about when it comes to this deck. I mean, is it a good investment? Maybe personally for yourself it might be, you know, like this is really cute. So if you like cute things, go for it. But it's overall not that balanced of a deck. And this might make you just, you know, this might just make you want more decks because you're gonna be like, oh, but what else? Like, I feel like it's missing something. Like, this might be that type of deck where you just, it adds to your collection, but it's not the, you know, major and forefront one of them all. So just, you know, keep that in mind, but obviously a very, very cute deck. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this was informative. If you have this deck, let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what type of readings you pull this deck out for and use it for. But yeah, until next time.